18th one is show that height of the cylinder of greatest volume which can be inscribed in a right circular cone of height h and semi-vertical angle alpha is 1/3 of the cone and the greatest volume of cylinder is 4/27 pi h cube 10 square alpha. Now all the small letters, that is h and small r, will be the dimensions of cone. Capital H and capital R will be the dimension of the cylinder which is inscribed inside the cone. Now, taking up all the dimensions, we have to prove that height of the cylinder is 1/3 height of cone, volume of cylinder is 4/27 pi h cube 10 square alpha when the volume is maximum. So taking up height of cone as h, radius of cone as r, and height of cylinder as capital H and radius of cylinder as capital R. Now related to this figure, now with the help of this figure, as the semi-vertical angle is given as alpha, we'll calculate tan alpha from the cone. So tan alpha is perpendicular, that is the radius r upon base. Base is small h. So we get tan alpha is equal to r by h. So h taking the other side, r becomes h tan alpha, which is the first statement that we have taken. Now taking up the triangle AOG and triangle CEG, the value of EG will be the radius of cone minus radius of cylinder. So EG value becomes r minus capital R. SCE is parallel to AO. With the help of similarity of the triangle, AO upon CE, or we can take it up AO upon OG is equal to CE upon EG with the help of similarity of triangle between both. Substituting the value of AO as H, OG is radius of cone, that is R, CE is the height of cylinder, that is H, and EG is R minus R, and then going for the cross multiplication, we will get H is equal to H by R, R minus R. Now keeping the value of small r as H tan alpha in the formula of capital H, R is H tan alpha, H and H gets cancelled, again placing R as H tan alpha minus R. So we have got here the height of cylinder as 1/tan alpha into H tan alpha minus R. The statement we have marked it to be 2, statement number 2. Taking up volume of cylinder as pi r square h, V is equal to pi r square, keeping the value of h from 2 as 1/tan alpha, H tan alpha minus R, then multiplying or taking tan alpha inside, h tan alpha upon tan alpha will get cancelled and minus r upon tan alpha remains. So dividing both this with tan alpha. Now pi r square multiplying with both the terms, the volume formula gets simplified to V is equal to pi r square h minus pi r cube upon tan alpha. Marking this statement as 3, and this statement will help us in maximizing the volume as well as calculating the final volume of cylinder. Now differentiating the volume with respect to r, we get dV by dr as 2 pi rh minus 3 pi r square by tan alpha, marking this statement as 4. Now to calculate the value of capital R, that is the radius of cylinder, we will be making dV by dr, the first derivative we will equate it to 0. So equating the first derivative, that is dV by dr equal to 0, equating the first derivative statement equal to 0, and calculating for r by cancelling both the sides. 1 r gets cancelled, 1 r remains. Then going for the cross multiplication with all the remaining terms, we get capital R as 2h tan alpha by 3, marking this statement as 5. Now for maximizing the volume, the statement number 4, we will differentiate it again with respect to r. So d square v upon dr square will be equal to 2 pi h, because this is the first derivative which is differentiated. R differentiation is 1, so 2 pi h remains, minus r square derivative is 2r, so it becomes 6 pi r upon tan alpha. Putting the value of r as 2h tan alpha by 3, cancellation gives us d square v upon dr square is equal to 2 pi h minus 4 pi h. Subtracting both gives minus 2 pi h, which is a negative value, less than 0. Therefore, volume is maximum when r is, that is radius of cylinder is 2h tan alpha by 3. Now taking up the second statement and keeping the value of r as 2h tan alpha by 3 and simplifying it, we get 1 by tan alpha as it is outside, h tan alpha is as it is, and in the place of r, 2h tan alpha by 3. Taking h tan alpha common outside, remains inside is 1 minus 2 by 3. Tan alpha gets cancelled. So h is, after taking out the LCM, we get h by 3. So we proved here that when the volume is maximum, the height of the cylinder is 1/3 the height of cone. Now it is asked that find the volume of cylinder, that is pi r square h. So keeping the value of r as 2h tan alpha by 3 and squaring it, capital H as h by 3, and solving it completely, we will get the volume of cylinder as 4 by 27 h cube pi and 10 square alpha. So we have proved it that the volume gets maximized when height of cylinder is equal to 1/3 height of cone. 19th one is MCQ. The question is, a cylindrical tank of radius 10 meter is being filled with wheat at the rate of 314 meter cube per hour. Now this is given as dV by dt. Then the depth of the wheat is increasing at the rate of, depth means the height, that is we have to calculate dH by dt. When dV by dt is given as 314 and the radius is 10 meters. As it is a cylinder, we will take it up the volume of cylinder. It is V is equal to pi r square h. Differentiating it with respect to t, we get dV by dt is equal to pi r square dH by dt. Substituting the value of dV by dt as 314 equal to pi into 100 dH by dt. Going for cross multiplication, we'll get 314 divided by pi into 100 is equal to dH by dt. Putting the value of pi as 3.14, because in all the options pi is not written, so keeping the value of pi as 3.14 into 100, calculating it, we get 1 meter per hour as the height of wheat increasing, and that is option A. 20th one is, the slope of the tangent to the curve x equal to t square plus 3t minus 8, y is equal to 2t square minus 2t minus 5 at the point 2 minus 1 is. Now to calculate slope of tangent, we need dy by dx, but x and y are given in the form of t, that is the parametric equations are being given. So differentiating both with respect to t, we get dx by dt is equal to 2t plus 3 and dy by dt is equal to 4t minus 2. Calculating the slope of tangent, dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. Keeping the values, we get 4t minus 2 upon 2t plus 3. We'll mark this as 1. Now we don't know the value of t. For that, whatever the point is given, that is 2 and minus 1, we will keep in x or in y. If we keep in x and calculate, it will do the same value we will get for y also. So in the equation of x, we'll keep the value of x as 2 equal to t square plus 3t minus 8. Taking to the other side, we get a quadratic equation t square plus 3t minus 10 equal to 0. Factorizing it, we'll get t square plus 5t minus 2t minus 10 equal to 0. So t plus 5 and t minus 2 are the factors. One of the value of t is negative, that is minus 5, which is not possible. So t equal to 2 is to be taken up. Now substituting the value of t equal to 2 in statement 1, we get the slope of tangent as dy by dx at the point t equal to 2. 8 minus 2 gives 6 4 plus 3 is 7. So 6 by 7 is the slope of tangent. So option B holds true. 21st one is the line y equal to mx plus 1 is a tangent to the curve y square equal to 4x if the value of m is. Now as this line is the tangent to the curve, the slopes will be equal, but here we are not going to equate the slopes, but instead we will directly take the value of y equal to mx plus 1 and substitute in the curve. So we get here mx plus 1 whole square equal to 4x. Using a plus b whole square formula, we get m square x square plus 2mx plus 1 equal to 4x. Shifting 4x the other side, we get m square x square plus 2mx minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Taking out x common from the middle two terms, we'll get m square x square plus 2m minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Now as the tangents are equal, the determinant value, that is the discriminant value, will be equal to 0. So taking up the discriminant by a equal to m square, b equal to 2m minus 4 and c equal to 1, if they are equal, d becomes equal to 0, that is b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. Putting the values in that, we get 2m minus 4 whole square minus 4m square equal to 0. Taking out 2 common and square is there, so we get 4m minus 2 whole square, 4m square taking up this side, 4 and 4 gets cancelled, we get m minus 2 whole square is equal to m square. Now if we are removing out square from here, we get m minus 2 is equal to plus or minus m. So m minus 2 is equal to m, which is not possible. Second option is m minus 2 equal to minus m. Minus m shifting the other side, we get 2m equal to 2. So the value of m is equal to 1. In the first case it is not possible because m and m is getting cancelled from both the sides. So m equal to 1, option A is the correct option. 22nd one, it is given as the normal at the point 1, 1 on the curve 2y plus x square equal to 3 is, we need to calculate the equation of normal at the point 1, 1 to the curve given. So point is given but the slope is not there. Hence the first part that we need to calculate is slope of tangent at this point 1, 1. So for that, we'll differentiate the equation of curve with respect to x. So we get here 2 dy by dx is equal to 2x is equal to 0. Making dy by dx as a subject. So we get dy by dx is equal to minus x. At the point 1, 1, we get the value of dy by dx is equal to minus 1. So dy by dx is always slope of tangent. Now slope of normal is equal to minus 1 upon dy by dx. So that gives the value of slope of normal as 1. Now slope is known, point is known. Using the point slope form for calculating equation of normal, we have equation of normal at 1 is y minus y0 is equal to slope x minus x0. x0 and y0 are 1, 1. Keeping the value and solving it, we get x equal to y. So x minus y will be equal to 0. That is the option B. So option B is the correct option as the equation of the normal at point 1, 1. 24th one is the points on the curve 9y square is equal to x cube, where the normal to the curve makes equal intercepts with the axis r. Now we need to calculate the points on the curve where the normal is cutting or making equal intercepts with the axis. Now to calculate the equation of the normal, the first part is in this example is calculating the equation of normal. For that we need slope and point. Now slope and point both are not given. So for that we begin the calculation as differentiating with respect to x the curve. So we get 18y dy by dx is equal to 3x square. Making dy by dx as a subject, we'll get slope of tangent, that will be equal to x square upon 6y by shifting 18y the other side. Now slope of normal becomes minus 1 upon dy by dx. So it becomes minus 6y upon x square. Neither we know the slope nor the point, hence we have taken up the points as x square, y square to find out the equation of normal. So equation of normal at point x0, y0 is y minus y0 equal to slope also at the point x0, y0, that is being kept here as minus 6 y0 upon x0 square, x minus x0. Going for the cross multiplication, multiplying x0 square with both y minus y0, the equation becomes x0 square y minus x0 square y0 is equal to multiplying minus 6 y0 with both x minus x0 gives minus 6x y0 plus 6x0 y0. Now shifting minus 6x y0 the other side, we get 6x y0 plus x0 square y is equal to, again shifting x0 square y0 the other side becomes x0 square y0 plus 6x0 y0. Now as it is said that it cuts equal intercepts on the axis, we will be calculating the x-intercept. This is the equation of normal. From the equation of normal, we will calculate the x-intercept by keeping y equal to 0 in equation 1. So we get here 6x y0 is equal to x0 square y0 plus 6x0 y0. Shifting 6y0 the other side, we will get x0 square y0 plus 6x0 y0. So x becomes x0 square y0 plus 6x0 y0 divided by 6y0. Now taking out y0 common from up, the terms remains are x0 square plus 6x0 divided by 6. So this whole statement is 2, we have marked it. Now for y-intercept, we need to substitute x equal to 0 in the equation number 1. So we get here x0 square y is equal to x0 square y0 plus 6x0 y0. x0 square taking down and taking out x0 common, we get x0 y0 plus 6y0 divided by x0. We have marked this statement of y as 3. As it is said that they cut equal intercepts, equating 2 and 3, because equal intercepts means x and y are equal. Equating both for calculating the value of x0, y0. Going for cross multiplication, both the sides, we get here x0 cube plus 6x square x0 square is equal to 6x0 y0 plus 36y0. Taking all the terms the other side, we get x0 cube plus 6x0 square minus 6x0 y0 minus 36y0 equal to 0. Taking out x0 square common from the first two terms and 6y0 common from the last two terms, the factors that we will have here will be x0 square minus 6y0 equal to 0 and x0 is equal to minus 6. So we will get y0 is equal to x0 square by 6 from the first option and x0 equal to minus 6 from the second bracket. Now substituting all these terms in the equation of the curve, that is 9y square equal to x cube. So we get here, after substituting in the formula of the curve, 9y0 square is equal to x0 cube, because x0 y0 is a common point of the curve and the normal. Taking up x0 equal to minus 6, we get 9y0 square minus 6 cube gives us minus 216. So y0 square will be equal to minus 24 after cancelling 216 with 9. Now x0 square is equal to minus 24 is not possible because it does not belong to R, as root of negative does not exist in R. Now taking up the second option as substituting the value of y0 as x0 square upon 6 in the curve, calculating it, we get 9x0 4 upon 36 equal to x0 cube. Going for the cross multiplication, we get x0 equal to 4 after the cancellation. Now x0 equal to 4 is substituted in the curve 9y0 square equal to x0 cube. So we get here 9y0 square equal to 64. y0 square will be 64 by 9 and y0 will be plus or minus 8 by 3 after taking the root. Therefore, the point is 4 plus or minus 8 by 3 and option A is the correct option.